Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Jordan Mind, Body, and Soul, where we learn to take care of ourselves, mind, body, and soul. And in this video, I just wanted to do a quick motivational video because I've noticed personally, like right now with myself, I kind of had to check myself. And let me explain. So I'm a very ambitious person. So if I say I want to do something, it usually gets done. Now, the steps that I take to get there can be a little different than how I may have initially planned, but I usually accomplish everything that I want. And I also think this next part is because I'm a Sagittarius. But if you're not into the horoscopes, I get excited about something. So let's say I'm like, I want to buy a car, right? I get really excited about buying a car, and I'll look at the car that I want and the features that I want the car to have and the kind of car that or the kind of functions that I want it to have, and just different features with the car. And then I start thinking of different makers who can offer this car to me, and I get so excited and wrapped into it that I start rushing the process. And instead of being like, okay, this is something that I want, this is a goal that I have, but it takes time because, maybe depending on the dealer you go to or the loan that you're able to get, you might have to have a down payment. Okay, so that takes time to acquire, right? And then if you do have to acquire that down payment, it shifts other things that you can do. So instead of, going out and doing certain things that you may have done before, you try to focus your time, or at least I do, my time and my energy exactly on that car. So getting the things that I need so that I can have that. And then I forget that there's so much that has to happen within that process that it doesn't just happen right away. It doesn't just, and a lot of times, like a lot of the processes don't need to be rushed. They need to be thoroughly executed. And I say that to say that I feel right now like there's so much that I want to do, and like sometimes I rush myself, and when I rush myself, I'm missing parts of the process. And I feel like a lot of us are missing parts of the process that are important because they help develop us in the moment. We'll learn about like how it's done, and like you really get to enjoy things when you experience yourself, and things have so much more value when you're a part of the process of its development, especially when it's something really great. Think about some things that may have been given to you, right? You're thankful it's a gift and it's really nice, but when you've had to work hard and you've gone through all the background work of acquiring whatever it is yourself, it changes the level of appreciation. So I'm saying a lot in one. One thing is the process. Be patient with your process right now and make sure that you're enjoying it. If you are trying to buy a car, if you are trying to get a house, if you are trying to start a business, if you are trying to just put yourself in a new space, be patient and enjoy the process. Because if you focus so much on, I gotta get this done now, and then this day, and then so much confusion and so much just projection of what should happen, not only are you dealing with expectations, and expectations can be kind of dangerous sometimes. They keep us organized, but they don't allow room for life. And they don't allow room for options that you never even explored because you were so focused on expectation. But again, they're necessary in some sorts because they do keep us organized and focused. Enjoy your process, right? And then also remember that getting and acquiring the things that we want and the things that we need to make us feel better. Some people want to reach certain accolades in life because it's going to make them feel like they're a better person, and that's fine. Or it's going to put them in a position to where they can have a more luxurious or happy life, whatever the case may be. In that process, you getting there, you growing into the person that you're trying to be, you get what I'm saying? You growing into that person that you feel is necessary. Remember this. So keep in mind, kind of like how I said earlier about the sacrifices, look at ways in which you can conduct yourself to be disciplined, because discipline is really what it takes, right? And then I know also, like, one thing that I say all the time is consistency beats talent. Like, there are some people who are not that talented at singing, or doing like certain things, and you're like, this person actually isn't that good, but they're consistent. And even if they're consistent with having that same not so good sound, whatever the case may be, they're consistent. It's there, it's catchy, it has some type of consistency about it. So focus more on the process of what you are trying to do, and know that the sacrifices may include one thing. I was watching an interview with The Rock, and he was saying that when he's working on a project, a movie, whatever the case may be, he was like, sometimes on those, during that time, he can get about just 5 hours of sleep. I was thinking about how powerful that is, because for me that hits home, because I'm a napper, guys. Anybody who knows me knows I love my naps. But the level of discipline and sacrifice that it takes to get certain things, you may have to, like I said before, you may have to stop going out to eat so that you can save for your down payment. You may have to sleep a little less so that you can spend more time doing what you want to do, because ultimately you want the freedom, right? Or at least I want the freedom. I feel like most people in the tribe do. So put yourself in that position, and I really just wanted to encourage people to focus on that. Focus on putting yourself in the position to where you can acquire the things you want, and you can be the person that you want to be, and you can live the life that you want to live. But one big sacrifice, I feel like everyone has to make a sacrifice. And for me, the sacrifice that I'm going to have to make is sleep. So I decided, I was talking to my boyfriend, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to wake up a few hours early, because usually I wake up, I work from home. So I wake up, I brush my teeth, I get my baby ready so that, he can take him. And I clock in, I go straight to work. So that's about 30 minutes, all that happens. And I decided that instead of waking up at 9, I'll wake up at 6, which gives me 3 additional hours. And 3 hours is a lot of time. And those 3 hours, I can do a lot. But instead of waking up and automatically going to work and being like, okay, I'm here for you. What do you need me to do? I'm on the clock. What's up? Using that extra time to put toward my businesses and research and educating myself so that I can reach all the things I want to reach. And I just wanted to share that with you, and I hope that it motivates you to do that as well, because a big part of this is sacrifice and staying motivated. And it's easier when you know that there's other people doing it, right? When we feel like we're the only one doing something, it feels kind of like, oh my gosh, no one else is having this, experience. What's going on? Trust me. If you're in the tribe, you're more than likely having this experience where you're kind of conflicted right now, as I feel like a lot of millennials are, with trying to be the person you want to be and lead the life you want to live, and then still having the structure of the defaults of capitalism where you're like, I gotta work, and breaking free of that it's gonna take a lot, it's gonna take work, but you can do it. And you can do anything that you want, but I do encourage you to figure out what is that one thing you need to sacrifice. Instead of going out on Friday night with your friends, you may have to use that time, because it's a lot of time. I mean, from getting dressed to pre-gaming to getting there, being there and coming home, that's a lot of hours that you could be putting into your business and your future. So I'm just encouraging you to find something that you want to sacrifice and to stick to that, even if it is just 30 days. I can check in with you and be like, hey guys, how are we doing, tribe? I know I released a video 30 days ago. Are we sticking to our goals? Whatever the case may be, but something just to keep us all motivated, because it's a safe space for us to be productive and successful and happy and healthy, and it's everything you want it to be. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, take care of yourselves, mind, body, and soul, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.